You take the vaccine. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You remain unvaccinated, you'll stay in Wonderland, and you'll see just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Unvaccinated 2021. Imagine misinterpreting The Matrix that badly. You do realize, whoever made this comment, the whole plot of The Matrix was it was profitable and beneficial for the robots to keep humans alive. You understand this, yes? The whole concept here is keeping humans alive is beneficial and profitable. I don't know if I need to elaborate on this point or not. I think what I'm trying to say here is pretty obvious. Special thanks to CJ, Nix, Mariji, Howland Requiem, Holly Miller, Karen Duca, and Kaori Ann Mori for supporting my channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. We are once again returning to r/vaxxhappened, because if there's one thing we like doing on this channel, it's laughing at stupid people who don't understand things. If my voice is a little bit funky today, it's because I just ate a lot of pizza and I was at a gig yesterday. Before I get any comments like, oh, you were at a gig, you hypocrite! I am double vaccinated and I haven't gone outside in 2 years, so the chances of me having the virus, spreading it, or catching it, extremely low. You also had to actually show a vaccination passport or a COVID passport to get into the gig, so I think it was pretty safe. Anyway, vax happened. My kid wants to see Machine Gun Kelly this weekend, but he has to have a COVID test to attend. Communist BS. Learn what communist means. Please. It hurts me every single time I hear someone say, vaccines are communist, masks are communist, vaccine passports are communist. Please just learn what communist means. It's fine if you are opposed to actual communist policies, just please find out what that actually means. Now you realize that your natural immune system has been destroyed and you will need booster shots for the rest of your life. You may feel angry, and that's normal. That's not how vaccines work. They don't impact your immune system in any way apart from supplying it with information. When have you ever seen something get weaker with more information? I realized an example of something that does get weaker when you supply more information, and that is every anti-vax argument. Imagine you are some kind of fighter, a soldier or something, right? And you are fighting an unknown enemy. You don't know who that enemy is, what they look like, or what they do, other than the fact that it's gonna be bad and you're gonna have to fight back. And then someone goes, okay, so this is exactly what they look like, what weapons they'll be using, and when they're going to attack. You're gonna stand a much better chance. That's what vaccines are. It really is simple. Vaccines only prevent or delay herd immunity. But that's the opposite of what they do. Vaccine effectiveness decreases rapidly after 5 months. Vaccines are ineffective against variants they cause. Natural immunity is prevented by vaccines. New England is so behind Florida. Democrats are using the virus to fight climate change by reducing the human footprint, which they believe produce carbon monoxide. They say this like fighting climate change is a bad thing. I mean, that's not what's going on, but like fighting climate change is a good thing. If the vaccines work, there wouldn't be breakthrough cases. False. We're one sentence in. Breakthrough cases are because of unvaccinated people catching it. The virus then mutates. If that person was vaccinated, the virus wouldn't mutate. It's really simple. It's so simple. The vaccines don't work, and that is an obvious fact, but the big pharma is raking in billions and working hard to continue on the fraud. Helena MT News is reporting they are struggling with COVID in schools. Out here in the real world, they aren't struggling with COVID, they are struggling with the spread of a bug that isn't COVID. You're an idiot. Kids are getting it and spreading it to everyone around them. That is fact. Meanwhile, somehow without government or big pharma's help, I managed to remain healthy, while on the other hand, the vaccinated are getting sick. That's not true, though. The vaccinated aren't getting sick. If you look at statistics, something like 90% of all cases in hospitals related to COVID now are unvaccinated. That says everything you need to know. What you're saying here is kids are getting an unrelated bug and spreading it around to everyone. And you don't believe that they're doing that with COVID? Do you understand how stupid that is? What, are kids just choosing which virus they want to spread around? They're just going, no, not COVID, I'm gonna spread round, yeah, I'm gonna settle with the common cold this time. That's not how it works, you idiot. COVID was created to destroy. Created by who? Vaccine created by monsters does not help. You're an idiot. It destroys your immune system. It doesn't. Open your eyes and see the evil Dems are not your friends. What about the Democrats is evil? This is a diabolical plan to control and remove all non-compliance. Think Nazi Germany, Iran, Venezuela, which they spelt wrong, and Cuba. All socialist communist countries. Sorry, Nazi Germany. You mean the exemplary far-right fascist state, Nazi Germany. That's a communist country to you. They really think that the Democrats are communists because there's a pandemic on. This person clearly wasn't a dropout on school because I'm not sure they even went to school. They think that Nazi Germany was communist. Anyone who blames the unvaccinated for the breakthrough cases is just stupid, naive, brainwashed by government and media, or all above. So what you're saying is people who look at statistics and evidence, every line up to why there are breakthrough cases, including scientists, the media, the government of multiple countries here. We're talking about basically every country that's doing research on COVID. All of them, not just America, all of them have come to the conclusion that breakthrough cases are because of unvaccinated people. And you're saying, nah, dude, I watch Fox News, dude. I'm not brainwashed, dude. I watch Fox News. Pull your head out of your ass, dude. Trying to act like you're not brainwashed. At the end of the day, if I'm brainwashed, you are 100% brainwashed just by different people, dude. Realize this. And maybe you can realize that your unbiased research isn't research. I'm just saying that there's a difference between every country in the planet agreeing on something. Yeah, but I watched Ben Shapiro one time and I watched Joe Rogan, so like, I know better. Maryland man fatally shot his pharmacist brother for killing people with the COVID vaccine. Court record shows. Jeffrey Burnham fatally stabbed family friend 83-year-old Rebecca Reynolds in her home. Wow, this guy, he seems sane. Fled town in her stolen car before fatally shooting his brother and wife the following day. The 46-year-old anti-vaxxer falsely believed his pharmacist brother was killing people with the COVID shot. Burnham had told mother he planned to confront older brother over vaccine. Brian knows something. Captured after 18-hour manhunt, told officials he had been forced to kill 3 people. Burnham has been charged with 2 counts of each of first and second degree murder, as well as weapons charges. So this guy goes, I think my brother is a bad man because of vaccines. I'm going to murder an 83-year-old and steal her car, and then murder this man and his wife, who isn't a pharmacist. And not only that, he says he was forced to kill 3 people. This man took it upon himself to murder 3 people and then went, I was forced to do it. And this is just one of many anti-vaxxers. It's not a logical or sane thought process behind it, and it never will be. It's the thought process of, there's a bigger picture and I'm important, because they just really need to feel that they're more important than they are. At the end of the day, that's all it's about with anti-vaxxers. As a former healthcare worker and first responder, let me leave you with this. If 70,000 healthcare workers are willing to be fired rather than take a mandatory shot, what does that say to you? What that says to me is that we set the bar for healthcare workers way too low, dude. If healthcare workers aren't required to have even basic education about things like vaccines. Why are we hiring them as healthcare workers? At the end of the day, right, healthcare worker is extremely vague, like super vague. That could mean a doctor, it could mean a nurse, or it could mean the person that just tells someone that the doctor will see them now. And for a large portion of these 70,000 healthcare workers, they are not medically educated, they don't have degrees, they didn't go to school to learn about medication or medicine or anything like that. They are people that needed a job and saw an advert in the paper. We set the bar way too low. Some nut job about 6 to 8 months ago. The vaccine passport is the mark of the beast. Just give it 6 months. You'll see. Me, 6 to 8 months later in October 2021. You are dead wrong. It's true. I was told by someone that this vaccine that I've now double dosed on is literally gonna kill me. It's been a few months and I'm fine. I'm still waiting on that 6-month mark. I will keep you guys updated when 6 months ticks over and I'm still alive. Then I'll keep you updated when a year's passed and I'm still alive. And then 2 years when I'm still alive, because it's not gonna kill me, because that's the opposite of its purpose. Has anyone's child who isn't vaccinated been diagnosed with autism or sensory processing disorder? My little boy is unvaccinated and the nursery are concerned as he is 2.4 years and isn't saying any words. It's almost like vaccines and autism are completely unrelated. Someone has a son who isn't vaccinated. She's an anti-vaxxer and her son isn't vaccinated and she's going, he's got autism. This can happen? People that haven't vaccinated their kids can get autism? Yes! Because it's unrelated. They have nothing to do with each other. They are unrelated. Whether he was vaccinated or not, he would still have autism. Knowing this kind of person, she's in a Facebook group called Naturally Immune Kids. She's probably gonna blame it on the vaccine anyway. Someone in the comments is gonna be like, did your husband secretly get him vaccinated? I'd check up with the doctor. He might have been secretly vaccinated. Stay in school, kids. I was taught this kind of stuff at the age of 13. Age 13 to 14, I knew how vaccines worked and why. We have fully grown adults who don't understand this, and it's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed. People who don't want the vaccine aren't refusing it. You don't say a person is refusing to take antidepressants. Yeah, you do. Or refusing to get married. Well, yeah, you do. You can decline without refusing. You decide what's best for you. Refuse is a manipulative term loaded with unfair moral pressure. Okay, so we're gonna now take a look at some definitions because this guy's an idiot. So, an anti-vaxxer's an idiot? What? Okay, so first up, the definition of refuse is indicate or show that one is not willing to do something. So wait, you're saying that if someone's not willing to get vaccinated, they refused? What? Okay, but that's not all. He said, actually, they're declining. So we're gonna look at the definition of decline. Ignoring the reduction or become less of something, politely refuse. You can decline without refusing. Politely refuse. Refuse. So you're saying that people aren't refusing, they're declining. Decline, a word that means to refuse. Genius! I hate my life, dude. Oh, it's so dumb, dude. It's so stupid. It literally took me 30 seconds to Google that, dude. The science has changed, which really means we're creating new lies. No, that's not. Now, the thing with science is that a lot of it is theory. For example, we have a theory on how black holes work. The theory currently probably pretty accurate. However, if evidence in the future came out that showed, hey, we've been looking at this wrong and this is actually how they work, we would adjust the modern theory and the new theory would be taught as the current theory. That's how science works. The whole premise of science is we believe something until we have new evidence and then we change. That's literally what science is about. But these people go, what? Sorry, scientists discovered something new? Oh, there's something wrong here. You mean scientists are actively researching something and discovering new things? No, that's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy right there. Wow, this is a classy image. Nothing says we hate the fascists like flying a giant 15-foot swastika in your front yard. Insert the image of, are we the baddies? You know, if you're flying swastikas, then you might just be the baddies. This is always good advice, I'd say. Coronavirus, be aware. Do not touch other players' balls. Wash your hands after touching your own balls. Yeah, no, it's pretty good advice. If you're gonna touch someone else's balls, ask first. It's important. That's good coronavirus advice right there. Now this one's an important one, okay? Because there's a lot of people who have been saying things like vaccines are anti-Christian and I'm not taking the vaccine because of my religion and because I'm Catholic or Christian or whatever. So here we have a quote from the Pope, right? Pope Francis, the Pope, the big Catholic boy, says it's kind of crazy that some people are refusing the COVID vaccines because humanity has a long history of friendship with vaccines. Children for decades have been vaccinated against measles, mumps, and polio, and no one complained. To not get vaccinated is suicidal. The Pope. And I actually went and verified this because I was curious. There's actually a BBC article about it. I'll put the title up here just so that you guys can see it. Not only that, but Pope Francis called getting vaccinated an act of love. The Pope.
Vacunarse con vacunas autorizadas por las autoridades competentes es un acto de amor. Y ayudar a que la mayoría de la gente lo haga es un acto de amor. Amor a uno mismo, amor a los familiares y amigos, amor a todos los pueblos. El amor es también social y político. Hay amor social y amor político. Es universal.
If you are going, I'm not getting vaccinated because I'm Catholic, you have no excuse because your Pope is vaccinated. And if any of you guys who are watching this, who are not crazy anti-vaxxers, like probably the majority of my viewers are not, I see you guys, and you ever get in an argument with someone that says an argument like that, like, oh, it's the devil's work, or it's anti-Catholic, or whatever, just explain to them that the Pope said these things, that the Pope is vaccinated and encourages people to get vaccinated, because you can't get much more Christian than the Pope. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Man whose wife sued hospital to force it to administer ivermectin dies of COVID-19. This one's not even funny, it's just sad. The truth here is that she's probably somewhat brainwashed. She would call everyone else brainwashed, but at the end of the day, she wanted ivermectin and she died of COVID because ivermectin didn't help. It didn't do anything. And the reality here is that she's not the only one and she won't be the last. And that's sad because people are throwing away their lives for a truth that doesn't exist, for treatment that doesn't help, because they read about it online. And it's just sad. It's funny when it's people being stupid, but when they're actually dying, you gotta realize that the reality is it's not funny anymore because someone just threw their life away because they're uneducated, but they refuse to be educated. And that's sad. So anyway, we're gonna then move on to the final image where a guy says, having, with much regret, been double jabbed by AstraZeneca, that seems to be the lighter option, and having taken some horsewormer since to rid myself of it, I'm hoping I will survive. I can only pray for those hapless fools getting the booster. So not only are they now saying that horsewormer is gonna help with COVID, apparently it's gonna save you from the vaccine too. Wow. Oh, this is the dumbest one. This is the dumbest statement yet. You're gonna survive the vaccine, dude. Many other reasons as to why you're not going to die from a vaccine that isn't going to kill you. And none of it's down to the horse dewormer, which can be very harmful. So good job. You've actually put yourself at more risk by taking horse dewormer. That's where I'm going to end the video, guys. Don't take ivermectin. It's stupid and you're an idiot if you do, unless you're taking prescribed ivermectin from a doctor for lice or worms or parasites, at which point, alright, you're actually taking it for its intended use and probably not taking ivermectin meant for horses. If you want to support my channel and support my content, I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click the join button on my channel. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but don't worry about it if you don't want to. I'm gonna keep making content regardless. Other than that, thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.